Get ready.
Checkpoint. 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 Checkpoint.
Oh, I don't know. That might be it. Oh, it's going to be so close. It's going to be like a 98. Oh, no. That's still such a good time. But, like, it could have been slightly better. And then I would know it was it. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be so close. Yes! Yes! There it is! The game is broken! We broke the game. Oh, that wasn't even a 98. It was a 95. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. You probably couldn't even hear the radio. I get worried, but I don't even listen to the radio that loud. That's it. I gotta shout out more MSM, Master System Marceau here, because this my last two PBs have come after watching him destroy one of my Master System times. And while I haven't gone and like taken that time back, because I'm totally rusty on Master System. I will get back to Master System very soon. But it's very energizing to watch him beat one of my times there and be like, all right, let's do this thing so we can get back to Master System. So thank you, Marceau, for the motivation. That's it. There are no more second barriers in this game. We have 438 goal A, 434 goal B and C, 436 goal D, 433 goal E. Now, I don't have a 433 goal E, only Alpha Nerd does. But I'm an inch away, and that's going to be my last thing that I need to do is get the 433. But that's it. Like, this game is busted. We have taken this to the absolute limits. These runs aren't perfect. They're all technically beatable at this point, but like there's a quarter second left. I mean, there is just absolute tenths of seconds left in these runs. You know, you can do maybe a tenth of a second better at the end there. You can certainly do 0.08 of a second better on stage 4. I've seen a tenth of a second better on stage 3, but that is it. And I'm talking about like best ever stages. But yeah, this goal needed a 434. I've been very determined to do it this week. And that's it. That's pretty comfortable too. I mean, it's 0.05 of a second, but that, I mean, like I said, there is barely a quarter second left. And that is like the best freaking splits that we have ever seen. And those do not, I mean, to our knowledge, it requires everything to go perfectly. And for my money, that's the goal B run. Alpha will come someday and beat it by a tenth of a second, and I'll be happy to see that, but, you know, I don't need that tenth of a second. I only needed the 434. I need to go get the 433. It doesn't have to be world record, but I need the 433. So at least 2 of us, and then MSM can come around and get to do all the things as well. But that's it. We have busted all of the second boundaries in this game, to our knowledge, using the strats that we have worked on throughout this year, 2022. You know, the runs are there. It's such a great game. And really, anybody, I think, that puts the time in, who has the patience for the RNG, has the reaction time, the ability to react to the constantly changing RNG in this game, can do this. There's not, you know, I mean, there's not really frame perfect tricks. And some of the turns are kind of frame perfect. Like, some of those downshift turns, if you really want to get the absolute most out of them, you know, you might call those frame perfect, but I don't know that they're really frame perfect. Like, you kind of have to downshift and turn on the exact moment, but I don't know that it's a single frame or anything. But I mean, such a great classic game. And That's the first 434 in Gold B, to our knowledge, ever recorded. And I would find it hard to believe that somebody figured that out themselves. But then again, maybe not. You know, maybe 25 years ago there were some dudes, probably in Japan, I would guess, who, you know, sat around and grinded this thing down and just never recorded it, and there was no internet, and they never published any of it. But, I mean, this has taken the back and forth motivation of multiple people going at this to take this game down to this level. But yeah, I don't think anyone's ever going to get times that are, you know, there's no 433s in B and C. I mean, we're doing everything here. We're taking every turn as optimally as we've ever figured out how to do it. And I mean, for my money, we've tried everything. You know, the downshift, which is in the manual, like the manual tells you to downshift on tight turns to gain traction, but, you know, getting that right, even that though, it's only it's at most a 0.3 time save. Like, it's not a massive, like, whole second time save. But it's a matter of, you know, on those big turns, hitting the outside just right. Hitting those corners just right, taking advantage of the fact that you can drop to 175 and not lose in-game time. I used to think that was sort of like, well, I'm not going to do that, but eventually it's like, it has to be a strat that you keep in your wheelhouse, or you'll grind this forever. Every now and then you have to grab an outside, and that to me is really the key in the last couple weeks. Is understanding that in some of these turns, that's exactly what you want to do, is grab a piece of ground until you drop to 175, and then you're off again. It slows you down, but you actually don't lose any in-game time. I used to always say you wanted to lose all the time at the beginning of the turns, and I've realized that at a super high level, that's not correct. You want to, on some of these S-curves, you want to touch just enough to lose up to 7-8 miles per hour, and then, which will slow you down, and then if you grab the outside of the turn again, it's actually not really a problem. And even that last turn, I used to think you wanted to lose all the time on the inside, and the last week has shown me that that's just not the case. Like, on that last turn, losing all your time on the outside is really not a problem. I think if I grabbed that last turn on the inside for a couple of frames more, I might have had the 51 or even the 48.51 or 48.55. But I don't care. 434.95 is totally acceptable. The 99 would have been a little cringe, as the kids say. But 95 is more than enough. We got the 55... 98, I think it was, you know, on the desert. It was definitely a 55. I think it was a 98. Well, yeah, because let's calculate. So that saved .09, and then I saved another .09. So I saved .18, but then I lost .5. So it took it down by 13. Yeah, 13 or 14 or whatever. From the .09 to the 95. It's so crazy, because like you just, whenever I get one of these, I'm like, man, but it wasn't totally perfect. But to string together 4 or 5 literally perfect stages is just, that's asking a lot. And there's so many other things to do. Goalie, 433, a nice all stages run. All stages, there's still some magic to be had there. Can there be a 24 OX all stages? Maybe. The sum of best. Or yeah, I'm sorry, 23 OX. So the world record sum of best is now a very high 2258. I keep all this on a spreadsheet. So if you look at all the world records, not like the world records right now, it would be a 2258 off the top of my head, 90-ish, 87, something like that. So I mean, a 230X all stages would be pretty miraculous. You'd be on average within 2 seconds of every goal, world record for every goal in a row in 5 runs. I think that's a pretty lofty goal, but I bet it's possible. I bet it's going to happen. Not soon, but it may happen. Maybe by the end of the year. Maybe we can push that down. The 2250X would be basically, I mean, that would be, you'd have to world record 5 stages in a row. And the world records are so optimized that would be insane. But still, the all stages is still like within 20 seconds of the world record sum of best. And that's pretty cool. But I think we could get it down close to 10 seconds with sum of best. 10 or 15, that'd be nice. I know we got to go to Master System. And, you know, Chester records might not be unbeatable. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. That's for another day, though. Yep. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. Oh, we could see that. Yeah, that was an easier. That 435.13 is sort of a nice comparison. Must be some pretty easy RNG in that run right there, because the score was lower, despite being a faster time. That generally means you passed less cars. But that's how the game works. What are you going to do? Practice and patience, kids. Practice and patience.